Hello, and welcome to part 4 of our competency-based grading series, where I turn confusion into clarity around grading. Over the past few weeks, we've explored a lot about grades, from the purpose of grades to learning and grading criteria. Today's video focuses on the difference between academic and work habit grades. Let's start by meeting two fictional 6th grade students, Evan and Lydia. Evan struggles with math and consistently scores poorly on assessments. He always completes his homework on time, even if most of the problems have errors. His teacher tells him frequently that she wishes more students gave as much effort as he did. He participates in class, raising his hand when he thinks he has a math idea or answer to share, and he is respectful toward his teacher and classmates. Lydia's favorite subject is math because she's always loved numbers. She scores proficient or above on every assessment. She does not complete her homework on time and often doesn't participate in class, or participates with the standard preteen eye roll. Sometimes when other students answer the teacher's questions incorrectly, she even laughs with the eye roll. We've all met an Evan or Lydia in our life. Let's take a peek at the math teacher's gradebook. Old school, I know. The teacher has 5 different graded items. Some problems on calculating percent, a quiz on percent, a weekly participation grade, a weekly homework grade, and a final test on percent. Here are Evan's scores. As expected, he got the highest score because he always completes his homework on time and participates. But he really struggles to calculate percentages, as shown on his quiz and test. Lydia, on the other hand, knocked it out of the park on her quiz and test, but she didn't complete her homework and didn't fully participate in class. If we use these scores to calculate an overall math grade, you'll see that Evan earned a 2.9 and Lydia earned a 2.8 in math for this term. Their progress reports tell them, and their parents and guardians and their teachers, that they both have basic proficiency in math. But we know that's not true. Evan failed every assessment and Lydia scored above proficient on hers. Their math grades aren't accurate. This brings us to today's truth about grading. Combining academic and work habit scores destroys the accuracy of the grade. Let's go back to Evan and Lydia. Their math grades do not represent what they know and can do in math. Neither demonstrated a basic proficiency in calculating percent, and that's because their teacher combined the academic scores with the work habit scores. In competency-based grading, we separate the two to provide a more accurate picture of the student. When we separate math, academic, and work habit scores for Evan, it tells a clear and more correct story. He is not demonstrating a basic level of proficiency in math. He is not yet making progress toward proficiency in math competencies, but he is consistently showing positive work habit skills. Lydia's new progress report is also more accurate. Like Evan, she is no longer showing as basic proficiency, but instead she knows, her parents or guardians know, and her teachers know that she is highly proficient in the math content, but needs to work on improving her work habits. Our progress reports in grades K through 8 show academic grades separate from work habit grades. This is from a jump rope progress report, and you can see the academic scores for a class, followed by the work habit scores for that class. Here are the work habits competencies for Governor Wentworth and Middleton. You will see these 3 categories included for every class on each progress report, as well as a breakdown for the 5 individual competencies at the end of every progress report. Additionally, you can go to the Family Portal, and for any class, you can see how your student did on those 5 specific competencies. Each work habit focuses on specific behaviors. For example, students who demonstrate perseverance work through challenges and ask for help as needed. Students who cooperate with and respect others listen and share, while those who demonstrate individual responsibility follow school rules and demonstrate honesty. Finally, students who engage in learning come prepared and work to be organized, and learners who practice to improve and complete work do just that. You can find all of the specific behaviors for each work habit on our CIA website. Last but not least, we have a separate scale for scoring the work habits, or these behaviors. A student may consistently cooperate with and respect others, but only sometimes practice and complete their work, for example. Thank you for taking the time to learn a bit more about academic and work habit grades. And I'll see everyone next week for our grading series finale.